Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm doing a new video. This is going to be all of my historical items excluding books. I mean, I don't know how many minutes this is going to be, so I'm not going to say the minutes. That'll be in the title. I said excluding books. I mean, this is the only book that's going to be included, but I'm not going to go over this book a lot. This is just my coin book of American coins. So the way I want to do this is I'm going to start over there from where that ammunition is. As you can see, I have some ammunition. That's all live, I believe. I think all of them are live. I'll talk about why those matter in my collection. And then I'm going to move down this canteens, move this way along my bed, and probably move that way towards the shovels, I'm thinking. So that's going to be the plan. I do got water there, so I might take a sip of water every so often, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so we're going to start here with this ammunition. I'm going to zoom it out a little bit. Actually, never mind, I can't. It doesn't let me zoom it out right now for some reason. Oh well, that's fine. But this here, I'm at least mentioning this one because these two are military. That one's not. That's just your 7.62 by 39, I believe. This isn't even like... This is technically what like the Russian military would have used, like in their AK-47 series. I want to get this to focus because, you know, that'd be cool. But this isn't military. My phone doesn't like to focus right now. I don't know why. It's just having a hard time focusing. Wish it would focus, but I don't know. There ain't no telling. Some reason camera just doesn't want to focus on my phone. I don't know why my iPhone's like this. I have an iPhone 12. But here, this is a 50 caliber round, by the way. This is live from World War II. If this would focus, oh, there we go. Now it actually magically focuses. It says 4 on the bottom, but it is World War II. That's St. Louis Ordnance Plant 44. Now, it says 4, but I've done my research on it. It was made in 1944. Don't recall what the gray paint means on the top, but, you know, that's there. I want to say it's armor piercing, but I don't know. And then I got the ammo link for it there. This is a 5.56. This is military. Can I zoom this in a little bit? Yeah, I can. Cool. Kind of hard to read it, but it is a 5.56 from 2013. So, that's what that is. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's fine. This here, if I can get it out, there it goes. Sometimes it's a little bit of a pain with that. Sorry if this is going to be a long video. It might be over 25 minutes. I hope not, but we'll see. Lake City 53. This is a 30-06. So this is what your M1 Garand would have used, which I think is super cool. Because I own a bunch of them from 1953. And I mean, to be fair, at that time, we were still using the M1 Garand in Korea. So that's basically what that adds to. So we're gonna... Hang on. I can't zoom that out. I forgot. Here I do have this artillery shell casing. I just wanted to go over this real quick. This is a 105. I'm gonna actually put this here for size. This is how big this thing is. I mean, it's pretty big. You know, I can hold it with one hand. This is what my hand looks like on it. That's what it's look like. Like, it's pretty big. It's a 105, like I said, as far as I know of. It's unmarked, though, sadly, so I don't know the history behind it, when it's from. I wish I could know, but I do not. But here, it's kind of going to be weird the way I'm doing this, because I'm kind of starting from, like, recent years and going down to the oldest canteens. So this is going to be kind of weird, but we'll see. Might not be that bad. So this here is my 1945 canteen. Or canteen cup, sorry. This is stainless steel. Really, I don't have a canteen I've selected for it, but I mean, I've thought about using this AGM Co. 1945 for it, right here. because this has the chain. It's really good condition. I even got a canteen cover for it, but I am not putting the canteen cup in there because the only time you want to do that is with these ones because they're not so bad to get out. But with these canvas ones like the 1956 and the 1910, they are really hard to get out. Basically, these canteens with covers with the 1956 and 1910, basically just canvas with felt on the inside. They are really sturdy in a sense, as you can see. They're not as, you know, soft as this one in a sense, but they are very, very hard to like move around and get stuff out of. So, and then here I got 1980, hang on, I'm good. Yeah, I got this turned right. 1980 Desert Tan. This one's 2002 with a cup in there. I've already done a video on that. Same with all these canteens. I've done a video on them all. Done a video on the German ones there. Done a video already on these mess kits. Done a video on this canteen. All these. I'm just briefly going over it all. So, 2002 canteen and a butterfly handle canteen cup is in there. And the cover, I think, is from the year 2000. This canteen is from 1962 with a 1965 cup, which looks to be aluminum as well, which is cool. And then this here is a 1953 Miro canteen, same as that one, just different year, with a 1953 cup made by Beko, which is Bel Air Enameling Company. So, and you can tell it's been well used. It's got a lot of like fire, like burn damage, I guess you could say. So I guess someone must have used this in Korea or Vietnam or something like that, and probably cooked coffee or something in it, for all I know. That's my guess. This here is my only M1956 cover. I gotta sit down, my back is starting to hurt. Wish the date would actually be a little better to read, but I believe it's September 1958 or 59. Went over that already, but this is my World War II AGM Co. 1945 canteen. Set that there for a minute. This canteen cover was made by what's it called? Colette Manufacturing Company in 1945 as well. So that is basically at the end of World War II. This is an SMCO 1945 M1942 canteen, and this here is a 1910, so that's the difference there. It's not always about the horizontal seam though, because you will see 1910s with a seam that goes across this way. That's probably not horizontal. I don't know. I always get that mixed up. I'm sorry. But this is Vollrath 1944. And this one's a beauty. This one's a Vollrath 1943. As shown by the tag, which wants to blow around because of my fan. As you can see, even on the bottom. Like, it looks super nice on the bottom. I cleaned this one. That's why it looks so nice. But, like, I didn't want to clean all of them. I'm going to be honest. I'm like, eh. But this one would be the nicest one I would put a canteen cup in, just because of the fact that it's still got the chain there. Which I think the cool thing about the 1942s is you can see it's got a ring there for the chain there, and then it attaches to the cap, which I think is cool. This here is my Beko canteen 1910, which is a Buckeye Aluminum Company. And then, you know, got my spun canteen and unmarked canteen cup from the World War I era. 2 mess kits, which since I couldn't get them to focus last time I made a video on them, like a couple days ago, there you go. And this is how it's burned on the bottom. You can see that. And then this one here is Regal 1967. So, there you go, if you watch that video. Now this here is my coin book. Oh, also, before I get into that, one thing I did not mention, I actually missed something. Here's my AGM Co. 1918 canteen. This is my canteen cover from World War I, my only one. I've done a video on it already. I'm sure you can dig through my videos and find it, but I just wanted to quickly go over it. This canteen cover was made in July of 1918 by Kemper Thomas Company. And I have a belt, which I forget when this was made. I don't really feel like unraveling the whole thing right now because I got to put that up after this. So, you know, leave that there for now. But, you know, this is my coin book. I have a coin in here from 1880. Got a bunch of pennies in here from like variety of years, stuff like that. Like I think somewhere here I should have 1909s. Yeah, I have some 1909s there, which is really cool. I love pennies. Mainly wheat pennies. I love them. And then here I got pennies with the from 2009, and it's the Abraham Lincoln ones, which actually I just realized they're kind of backwards right here because they kind of start from here and end here, because you got, this is Abraham Lincoln being born, this is Abraham Lincoln working, I think it was like as a log splitter, honestly I don't really remember, lumberjack, something like that. I guess that was his life before he was a politician. This here was another one. I can't remember all these, but this was his life as during presidency before he was assassinated. This was made in 2009 to commemorate 100 years since the wheat penny was made, because the fact that's when they put Abraham Lincoln on there, as you can see. So, you know, super cool. More wheat pennies. Sorry if it's getting blurry. Quarters. There's a Barber quarter there from 1916. Just some random quarters. Like here I got these two, just two, which are 1776 to 1976 for the 200th anniversary of America being founded. Got some, this one, this page, I always get confused because you look, this one just has one coin on it in case I want to collect any random old coins like that, because this is a 3-cent coin here. You've probably never heard of that. Just think of 3 pennies stuffed into one coin. That's what this one is. It's from 1881, as you can see. I will do more a video on this one. I just want to get through this quickly with this one, so I don't want this video to be too long to where people get bored. But then again, this is a long video, so it's getting there, but you know. You can see 1937, 1941, and 1943. 3 silver mercury dimes, as you can see. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to focus a little bit better. There we go. These are all my nickels. I got some that are Barber. I got like all these that are Barber, Liberty V nickels, basically. Then I got these 3 that are Buffaloes. Got these 2 nickels here. These are the Jefferson nickels. I sadly don't have any in silver yet. I wish I did. I do not, though. But I do have these 2 from 1940 and 1941, which they started being made in 1938, and they were made of silver in 1942 through 45, which is why they're called Silver War nickels. So got a 1900 silver Morgan dollar. That should be 90% silver if memory served me correct, and 10% something else. As you can see, that's what it looks like on the back. Pretty nice. Got an Eisenhower dollar. These are both dollars. That's also a dollar. I think one video I did on it, I called it a $50 or a quarter or something. Maybe, but that's actually a dollar, surprisingly. As you can see on the back, that's a Susan B. Anthony dollar is what it's called, from 1979. These are $50 right here. Yeah, these are my $50 that are silver. Got my oldest one is from 1907. Then you can see I go down the list. Got 2 Barbers, one 1963, 1964, which I can zoom in on that if you'd like, and turn this around a little bit. It's probably super hard to read. It's got something black on it. I probably need to turn it around as well and fix it after this video. 1965, 66, 66, 67, 67, 68, 68, and a 69. 1970, I do not have a silver one yet for that, but that is the last year they were made in silver. So I pretty much have almost every year they made silver JFK $50. So I think that's super cool. I got a few of these that are not silver right there. Let me turn that. I just realized that. 1971, and they did another one for the 200th anniversary of America. Oh, also, one big thing, if I turn back to my silver ones, reason they started doing this in 1964 is because it was a year after he was assassinated, roughly, in Dallas. So, you think that's kind of to commemorate him, and he's been on there, I believe, ever since. I don't think they've ever changed it since. So, now we're going to move over to these two German canteens, the ammo belt, shovels, med kit there, ammo boxes, which that's honestly not even military. I couldn't even tell you what that is. It's just called a spam ammo can. I don't know. And all this miscellaneous stuff here. So I'm going to start with this stuff here. So I'm going to start with this little thing. This is a collar, like a collar piece. I forget what you call it. Sorry, I am absolutely not sure what the designated name for it is, but like they would have had this on their uniform, on their collar in World War II, like a pin almost, but not really, because you got that little thing that spins on the back. It's like a bolt almost in a sense in the way it goes on. Got a Soviet era, if this wants to focus, Soviet era belt buckle, which the guy I bought it off of said it was from the time of the Berlin Wall falling in 1989. Please correct me if that's not the year it fell. I'm still learning on my Cold War history, but you can see there looks to be a number there. I don't know. It's super hard to tell in the bag, but I don't feel like taking it out because I'm literally one-handed right now because my phone's in one hand, so you know, I can switch hands every so often. This is an Arrowhead. Actually, while I'm doing this, let me set them on top of the canteen. Actually, so this is my World War II German canteens, both of these. Done a video on these already, so I'm just going to state that. Going to set this stuff on top of it whenever I'm done talking about it for now. But this is an Arrowhead. Not sure how old this is, but it's from Florida, which is where I live. Got this German war medal. It's a German General Assault badge. Sorry if it is kind of hard to see. There you go. I think that's a good angle of it. See the back. It's original. Paid $60 for that. Every so often I do kind of have to refocus this. This is all my state quarters. Done a video on these. I've also done a video on that medal. Done a whole medal video. But I've done a video on these. I think it was a YouTube Shorts, and it was because I was doing like a haul video, so I turned it into a YouTube Shorts. If you want to go check that out. There should be at least 19 in there. I got this Russian Soviet coin, as you can see here. Let me turn it around real quick. You can see CCCP, and it's a 15 kopecks. And it's from 1939. Let me set this down just to make it easier to read, because honestly, technology is not my strong suit right now. 1939. I'm not bad with technology. It's just not working with me today for some reason, because my camera does not like to focus. Don't know why. Come on, focus. These are World War II ration tokens. One's red and one's blue. Don't remember everything about it right now, but they're from 1944 specifically, because this is the only year they made these. So that's cool. Never made a video on them, I don't think. Maybe they were in a haul video though. Can't really remember. Definitely did not do a video on these besides my 25-minute video of everything in my historical collection, which this might not even be 25. This might be more. We'll see. I really don't want it to be another 25, because if it is, that's just kind of weird. Because then I might have to rename the old one. But this is all my like German banknotes, which I think they range from like 1914 to like 1942. So that's pretty cool. And then I got this medal here, which I did a video on this. I still would love to know. It's Stuttgart. I definitely mispronounced that. I am sorry. Stuttgart American High School. And it says Wandertag 1983. I am sorry if my German is horrible. And it says, really hard to read because I'm reading through the camera on this, but, you know, I'm sure you can figure that one out. Sorry, I just want to make it easier for me. I'm trying to fly through a lot of this. And this is something that was included with that medal that I just showed. Just a bunch of random stuff, like a Mets baseball token. And some other stuff. I don't recall everything in the bag. And these are all my German coins, which range from 1918 to like 1950s. I believe, like 1959. So, got some Nazi-era ones, and German Empire, and Cold War, like West Germany. So, gonna go over these two American medals. This is a Good Conduct Medal for the U.S. Army. This is a U.S. Good Conduct Medal for the Marines. Forget how much I paid for them, but, you know. Got this Bakelite. I've done a video on this already. I'm gonna get down on one knee so I can actually read this a bit better. Plus, this probably needs to focus. I'm gonna adjust my hand a minute. There we go. This makes it easier. I had to readjust my hand, sorry. You can see 1938 LGG, not sure what that means, but 1938 is the year they manufactured this. I would open this up, but honestly, there's a bunch of white powder in there, and I'm not trying to make a mess on my good bed sheets, so not doing that. This is probably not original. I'm not even sure if it is or not, but either way, I think it's worth mentioning, showing, because in here, there is a little surprise. I don't know whether that's actually original, but it's like a postcard, basically, is what it is. I'm not going to show it for long, because honestly, not running to, because I don't know if any of that's original. Like I said, this here is going to be a pain to open, so give me a second. There we go. German, or American World War I Veterans Medal to commemorate 75 years since World War I. As you can see in its case, this is how I bought it. I like it. It's really nice. And then to finish off the medals, got this Vietnam War / maybe after Vietnam War era medals. Not sure when specifically they're from, but I was thinking Vietnam, but I think my video I did on it proved otherwise. I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be these 3 boxes here and those 3 shovels back there, and that's it. So we're going to start with this, actually, because there's not much about this, honestly, and then I'll move to that or that. I don't know. We'll see. So this is just Spam Can. Probably not even really, you know, good for much. Honestly, it doesn't even work the way it's supposed to. This doesn't even work because that's what you use to seal it and shut it and all that. But you just store ammo in here, I guess. This probably isn't even military. It might even just be Greek or something like that. Just something random to store ammo in. This med kit is actually from 2009. They introduced these, I think, in the 70s during Vietnam. Mine specifically is from 2009, like I said. I gotta turn this over. Hang on. Turn that like that. As you can see, got an 09, which means 2009. They started dating stuff like that during Vietnam. Somewhere around there is when they started dating, stuff like that. This is my ammo box. I've definitely done a video on this. A lot of this stuff I've definitely done a video on, but some of it not. Actually, I still got to go over that ammo belt there too, and those 3 shovels, so it's actually not all yet. But this I would open, but like I said, I'm one-handed. But realistically, all you do is, if memory serves me correct, it's mostly up to this thing down here. I don't know. Probably is. I'm just one-handed, so it's not very easy to open this right now. Wait. I don't know. I'll figure that out at some point. Not this video, but it opens somehow. I gotta remember how you do that. It'd probably be easier if I was two-handed. But I'm gonna move over here with my chair. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Alright. Oh yeah, I can't zoom it out still. Wish I could. But I've done a video on this ammo belt here. There should be 33 on it. They're all from 1942. It's World War II era. Basically, you'd have ammunition like this on there. Obviously, probably not with the painted tip or not. I don't know. But they go to something like this at that time. Would have been fired out of the... I'm not sure if they were used in planes or not. They could have been. I'm not sure. But they were used in the M2 Browning, which we still use to this day. Because I believe we started using it in 1933. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But yeah. Got this here. This shovel is the M1969. I'm going to move it over here just to give me a little bit of a better place to show it off a little bit. I'm trying to remember where the date is on this cover. This cover is not original to this shovel, though. I had to buy this after, I think. Well, actually, no. I think I bought it with the shovel. It's just the problem is that they don't come from the same kind of era, in a sense. Maybe I'm not going to be able to... Hang on, let me readjust my hand. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I was trying to find where the date was. 1986 Skillcraft. The shovel in it is from 1975, so basically last year of us in Vietnam. So, that was whenever we evacuated out of, I think it was Saigon, honestly. I might be wrong. I'm 99% sure it was Saigon, but I'm very good at questioning myself and being wrong, so I could always be wrong. And these two I've done a video on all 3 of these shovels, but these are both same M1943 folding shovels. Same company. They are both made by, if I can remember what side it's on, Ames. You can see Ames 1945. Don't know whether that was done post-war, but it has rope on the bottom. They like drilled a hole or something into it and put rope there, which I guess is handy if they used it. I forget who I bought it off of. I can't really remember. And then here's another one I got. This one's basically how they would have carried it in the war. You got the shovel cover canvas and the shovel inside of it, which is also Ames 1945, which this is actually not in too terrible of condition because you can make out the date and everything there fairly well. Atlas awning 1945, which personally I think I paid like $60 for this, but you know, I don't mind that, honestly. I didn't own a shovel cover at the time, so that was my second one. I was more mad that it was the same company because I really want to get one that's made by Wood. And when I say Wood, that's the company. So, I believe that's everything in my collection. Please comment if I missed something, but I don't think I did. I think literally everything I have I reviewed. It's just a matter of I wanted to kind of fly through some of this and all that. So yeah, if there's any specific videos you'd like to see on my items that I have, which I'm going to move over here just to give you a better view. If there's anything you'd like to see a video on, let me know. I am always down to do a certain video on a certain item. One video I'm going to be doing soon is on my 2 World War I canteens. I have 3 technically, but I mean the dated ones, this one here and this one here, which obviously I just showed those. So I'll probably include this and the canteen cover in the video. Not sure yet. I don't know. We'll see when I get there. But yeah, if there's anything you'd like to see a video on or questions you have, let me know. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video.